Good morning. Today I am going to clean up this garden back here. Gonna weed it and get rid of all the overgrown stuff. There is someone blowing in the back. It's very loud here this morning. I'm just gonna walk around and give you a quick tour of how much actually needs to be done. There are some plants in there, as you can see, that I have planted that are growing, but others are just really tall weeds. Like these things need to come out. Look at how tall these guys are. They're huge. So it shouldn't take me too long, hopefully. But if you can look in here, you'll also see all of the little helicopter maple seed things. They come from this Norway maple we have right there next to the bed, and that thing is a prolific seeder. It is constantly throwing out new seeds, or those things are falling into all these beds here. So this is what I've got. This is what I'll be working on this morning. things came up really easily. It wasn't hard at all to pull them out, and there were quite a few. Now I really have to focus on the smaller things, for which I might need some digging tools. Like right there is some clover and some other things that are usually have deep roots. So I'm going to get started on those now. So I just weeded this one section here. Not a lot of work, however, I'm amazed at how much was actually weeds. A lot of it was weeds. A lot of it in this section was clover. But then we also have that sheep sorrel, I think is what it's called. There's my pile of weeds for the moment. But I'm going to just keep on working, probably into the shade. Stay out of the sun for a little bit. So in an effort to work smarter, not harder, as my children say, when they're doing, their schoolwork and stuff, I decided to use my little garden rake here, which I usually use, raking out mulch or in my back garden when I'm trying to dig up weeds, to get rid of all of the helicopter, maple leaf, seed things. I've got a pile over there, and it certainly makes it a lot clearer to see what is a weed from what is not. Like I still have to do it in here, but this section's kind of done, so it's easier to determine the weeds and pull them up from the regular plants. So I'd like to show you guys here that I have more of that vine growing in the back here, which I pulled out not too long ago. It's called the Oriental Bittersweet, which I planted here, so it's my own fault. But you can tell by that orange root there that that's what it is. I knew I'd be contending with this for a little while longer, and that I would still find some in the garden. But there it is, and there's another little piece here. So I also have to pull this up, try not to break it. But even though I did pull it out and I thought I got all of it. I didn't quite get all of it. So that's the way it goes with weeds though. Usually, you know, you think you're cleaning them all out, but they don't. Just a little itty bittiest pieces stay and they regrow. Just about finished up. Just have to do this last corner weed. So here we are now. I'm all done weeding, cleaning up this bed. It looks way better. This is the back side. As you can see, I did leave a little bit of this red clover here because I know once it does flower, the bees love it. I have two small little trees here, kind of growing on their own. Looks like they're dogwood. But look at the difference. It looks so much better. I do have to get rid of the spent flowers on these plants. The bees are still visiting them anyway, but what a difference. Oh, allow me to show you this too. This is a type of clover. It's called hare's foot clover, or like a rabbit foot clover or something. It's very soft, kind of like a pussy willow, I guess, but I thought I'd leave that. It's kind of pretty. I could also move it, I suppose. But that's it, finally weeded. Now I just have to decide how or if I want to plant anything else in there, which I think I should. I'm thinking what I'd like to do is kind of what's already there, have the liatris maybe circle the whole stump, and then plant some other things in front of it. Back here, I had a rhododendron planted. It clearly has not come back up, it's dead. And over where that little green rock is, I also had a hydrangea. That one also did not come back up. So maybe I just plant some, you know, perennials that are hardy to dry weather, hot sun, that kind of stuff. So I know this bed will always have flowers in the springtime as well. This bed has flowers all around. I planted tulips and daffodils and grape hyacinth. So this garden actually in springtime all around the tree stump does have flowers and they're bulbs. So they, you know, they're there all the time. So when I do plant anything, I want to make sure I don't dig down too deep to disturb those or remove them. Anyway, that's it. This garden bed is all done, weeded, and now I can just start to make it look pretty again. Thanks for watching.